Hello, I am Shadow Gorgut, and welcome to an extension of the Shadow Collective. Okay, so today we are gonna continue where we left off last time. Okay, so we're gonna create a mural in the scene view. Use the mouse and rotate tools in the scene view to create a custom mural at the center of the playground. First, you'll want to get into an optimal vantage point. We've also provided you with a reference image or design your own unique mural. The move tool allows you to drag objects around the environment using the 3 directional axis arrows. The red x-axis, the green y-axis, the blue z-axis. Global coordinates are kind of like north, south, east, west, which are constant. Local coordinates are more like left and right, which change depending on which way you're facing. So I go here, global. Local. Global. Global. And local. So it says local are more like left and right. Okay. Is east and west. I don't get it. Your next task is to begin an actual assembly of your mural, starting with positioning the large red triangular puzzle piece. What the heck was that? Hello? Click and drag the red axis arrow. Okay. It is best to select the arrow to minimize the chance of accidentally selecting one of the other arrows. Click and drag the blue axis arrow to move the object forward or backwards along the blue axis. And then green is not what I should be touching. Can I undo it? I can. Click and drag the blue axis arrow to move the object forward or backwards. The rotation isn't important at this point. Concentrate on positioning the piece at the center of the playground. Done. Now that your first puzzle is positioned, the next step is to rotate it to align correctly with your mural design. This involves using the rotate tool, found just after the move tool in the toolbox. This one. This involves using the rotate tool. The rotate tool is characterized by 3 colored rings, representing the axis around which you can rotate your object. When you hover over a ring, it becomes more pronounced, indicating it's ready for use. Oh. Well, what is this one? Then what is this one? They're both the same? Oh, whoa. Okay, never mind. So the center one is this green one, I guess. And it just means that you can turn it wherever you want. When this gray one, I guess you can only turn it sideways, or I mean around. Then this red one brings it forward, and this blue one brings it sideways. Okay. Select this ring and drag away in a straight line. Drag away in a straight line. Important, don't click and drag the ring in a circle as if you were turning a wheel. Instead, click and drag your mouse in one direction as if you were drawing a straight line. Oh, I think I was making that mistake earlier. Whoa, it's turning really yellow. I made the sun. That's pretty cool. It gets more yellow the more turns you give it. So does it get more blue? It does not. Does it get more red? Oh, actually, okay. So it gets yellow no matter where. It's just we could not see the blue, I guess. Yeah, there it is. Up until now, you've been selecting the move and rotate tools from the toolbar. However, Unity offers a quick way to switch between these tools using shortcuts on the top row of your keyboard. See, this is my issue with reading and why I've never really been able to get into books, is that I read something and then I'm thinking of something else and I forget what I just read, or I never really paid attention to it. I read it, but I didn't understand it. So I end up having to read it multiple times. But at the same time, I haven't really read in a long time. So I guess with practice, it might go away. Up until now, you've been selecting the move and rotate tools from the toolbar. This one and this one. No, this one and this one. However, Unity offers a quicker way to switch between these tools using shortcuts on the top row of your keyboard. The shortcuts QWERTY allow you to swiftly flip through various tools. With W for the move tool. So I guess Q was the move tool. What's this one called? View tool, move tool, rotate tool, scale tool, rect tool, transform tool. Rect, like rectangle? What did this one do? I feel like, wasn't this transform? No, this is transform. And E for the rotate tool. You're about to use these shortcuts to move and rotate your second puzzle piece. Mastering these shortcuts will greatly speed up your workflow, but if you're more comfortable selecting them manually, feel free to continue doing that. I guess it makes more sense to instead of moving your mouse. With your cursor in the scene view, press the 6 first keys in the top row of your keyboard. What happens if I do it outside? It still works. With your cursor, oh, maybe it's in it. So is this out of it? Whoa. I wonder what this, maybe this is saying, I don't know. I guess I'll learn about that later. Notice how you circle through the tools in the toolbar. Press W on your keyboard to switch to the move tool. W. Select your next large triangular piece. I'll select the smallest triangular piece. Use the red and blue arrows of the move tool to position the piece in its approximate position for your design. Once positioned, press E to switch to the rotate tool. E. And then I can rotate it this way. Then I can move it downward. Then over here. First, you'll shift the isometric mode to eliminate perspective distortion, allowing you to focus solely on moving objects along the horizontal and vertical planes. Oh, so that's what isometric mode is for. See, I wasn't really understanding what it was for, but maybe it's for decorating walls or the floor. Like this. It doesn't really make much of a difference, but... Oh, it eliminates this green one. But it's here. Oh, and now I can only move it. Oh. That's pretty cool. I wonder Echo. What does isometric mean?
As an adjective, isometric is usually defined as of, relating to, or having a quality of measure. As a noun, isometric is usually defined as isometric exercise, exercise or a program of exercises to strengthen specific muscles or shape the figure by pitting one muscle or part of the body against another or against an immovable object in a strong but motionless action, as by pressing the fist of one hand against the palm of the other or against a desk. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for isometric.
No, I know just the person to ask. Jojo, I need your help.
You need my help? Okay, I'm here.
So like I'm using Unity and I'm in a tutorial and it's telling me that that I should use isometric view, and I understand isometric view means like you put the view in isometric mode and I guess it eliminates the y-axis. So I was wondering like I guess why is called isometric view, or what isometric means on its own.
Isometric view is basically like bird's eye view, right? Or bird's eye perspective.
Yeah, but you didn't really explain to me what isometric means. Like the word, you know?
Basically, isometric is just any two-dimensional drawing or any image that has been drawn in a way that three-dimensional.
That's the definition of isometric. Alexa said that, well, my Alexa is called Echo, but Alexa said that isometric meant anything with a measurement, I think.
Isometric is just the term for that way of drawing. It's just a different way of drawing a certain thing, a certain object. So like it'd be a cube or a person, but you'd be looking down on it.
But what if it was on a wall? Like, wouldn't looking straight at it be isometric too?
Yeah, so you're actually right. Technically, looking straight at something is isometric. Looking straight at something would be just as isometric as looking at something from the side. Good call.
Okay, so it just means looking at something directly then, right? Because if it's on the ceiling, I could look at it directly up, and on the wall, directly on the wall. I think I understand what the point of the isometric view is now.
Yep, you've got it. Looking at something directly, whatever the perspective is isometric. Doesn't matter if it's the ceiling, the wall, the floor, or any other surface you can imagine. If you're looking at that surface directly, you're getting an isometric view.
Okay, thank you, Jojo Siwa. Never take advice from AI. But I think it was right. With the Move tool active, select the next puzzle piece you want to move into your mural. Right-click the Scene View gizmo and choose the disable perspective. With this one, right-click it. Free. Ninja stars? Okay, right, top. Oh, can I just click anywhere? Left, bottom, back, top. Isometric free. And then on isometric. Oh, that's kind of weird. Wait, so how does isometric work if you're looking at it at an angle? Is it isometrically? No, because we still get this one. What would be the point of this? So if I go top and I see this symbol, oh, I lock it. So I can't go a different, oh, that's pretty cool too. And then what is this? Is this isometric too? ISO persp. Okay. And what is this? Top. Lock it. Move along. Oh wait, I should not be, I should not. Can I hide this? I can collapse it. Okay. So then maybe this way I can practice. What happens if I hide it? Can I get it back? Undo. Uh-oh. Where'd you go? Come back. We're going to here. You know, I was looking at that thinking like, imagine like getting to the level where you can make characters in Blender or a game like that. That would be pretty cool. Oh. Thank you. The senpai code. Okay. So I guess I go here and then I go to overlay menu and there it is. I have more options than he did. Cameras. Whoa. Why are there cameras? 5 minutes effort. I don't know what cameras are for. Sprite swap. Select any game objects with the sprite resolver component in the scene to start sprite swapping. What does that mean? Okay, it's selected. Select any game objects with the sprite resolver. Revolver. Well, that's not useful either. Go away. Search. Help. Oh. But I basically have search here. So I guess this doesn't make any sense. Goodbye, search. Tools. Save preset. Save preset files. Load preset. Revert all. No logos. One logo per result. All logos. What about this? Overlay menu. Tool setting. Tools. Oh, what? This is the exact same thing. Huh. Okay. Interesting. No more site tracking. Rotation. Oh, wait. See, this is what they warned me not to do. Rotation. With all your new workflows, you're ready to complete your mural in the most efficient way possible. Challenge yourself to use the keyboard cutout to switch between the move and rotate tools as you work. Wow, they're making the turtle. But at the beginning, they said I could make my own thing. So, perfect. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a Naruto runner. See the arm and the legs are running. Next, if you've been using the reference image during your work, it's time to hide it to fully appreciate the mural in all its glory. At this point, you can also switch to perspective mode to appreciate your mural within the context of the entire scene. In the hierarchy window, locate and select the tangram reference game object. This one. In the inspector window, disable the checkbox next to the tangram reference game object's name to make it inactive in the scene. inactive. Click the scene view gizmos and enable perspective. Use the orbit function, which was like this, I think. Yeah. How can I like not select anything? I guess with Q. Wow. Very nice Naruto. Wait, actually, it would be really cool if I could. Can I select multiple? Wait, I need this one. Oh wait, I can't select multiple things. Can I move it all? Okay. That means I can go here. No. Yes. Oh, that did not work how I thought. I wanted to bring them all up so the Naruto runner could be standing up. But I guess, can I like, No, that's not gonna work at all. Actually, super messed it up. Okay, well, next. Save your scene. You don't want to lose any of your hard work. Review and proceed to the next tutorial. Congratulations on completing the mural in the playground. Here are some of the things you learn how to do along the way. Explain the difference between global coordinates and local coordinates in the scene view. Yeah, because local, I guess, I mean, I guess it just makes it different. What makes it, well, let's see. Whoa, there's a whole, oh, this is a manual. The transform values, okay, these values are called local, okay. The transform values for any child game object are displayed relative to the parent's game object. Transform values. These values are called local coordinates. For scene construction, it is usually sufficient to work with local coordinates for child game objects in gameplay. It is often useful to find their global coordinates or their exact position in the world space. I still don't get it. So it's saying these values are called the local coordinates. The transform values for any child game object are displayed relative to the parent's game objects. Relative to the parent's game object. So if I go into local and global, respected to the parents, is this the parent? Mural? So does it...
Asking ChatGPT for help.
Okay. I need your assistance with understanding the difference between local and global stuff when I am in a scene in Unity.
Absolutely, I can help with that. So in Unity, when we talk about something being local versus global, we're generally talking about coordinates and transformations. Global basically means the position, rotation, or scale of an object in the overall world space, so relative to the entire scene. It's like looking at the object's position on a giant map. Local means the object's position, rotation, or scale relative to its own parent or its own starting point. So if you move an object locally, you're moving it relative to itself or its parent object, not the whole world. In practice, that means if you're scripting or positioning objects, you might use local transforms when you're dealing with how an object relates to its parent, and you'd use global transforms when you care about its absolute position in the entire scene.
But what does it mean to its parent? Like in the hierarchy window, I see that there's like little arrows where you can like hide items and stuff. So everything that gets hidden under one thing is that the child, and then the thing that stays when you hide it, that's the parent.
Exactly, you've got it. In Unity, the hierarchy window shows you a kind of family tree of your objects. When you see those little arrows and you can nest objects underneath another object, the one on top is the parent, and the ones underneath it are the children. So if you have, say, a character and you put a hat object under the character in the hierarchy, that hat is the child and the character is the parent. If you move the parent, the child moves with it. But if you move the child locally, you're just moving it relative to that parent's object. It's kind of like adjusting something in your hand rather than moving your entire arm.
But because when I select a parent, it just selects. So, like for example, I have something called puzzle pieces. Then there's a bunch of puzzle pieces under that. So when I click on the puzzle pieces, it selects all of it. But when I select the stuff under it, it only selects one of the puzzle pieces. So are all of these puzzle pieces together the parent?
I see what you're getting at. So in that case, the puzzle pieces object at the top is the one parent object, and all the individual puzzle pieces underneath it are its children. They're not all parents, they're actually all siblings to each other under that one parent. So think of it like a folder structure. The puzzle piece's parent is like a folder, and each puzzle piece inside it is a separate file. When you select the parent, you're selecting that whole group. When you select just one child, you're only selecting that individual piece. But they're all children of that one parent object, and that's what makes them move together if you move the parent around.
Okay, so I think if that's right, then wouldn't that mean that if I rotate all of this like that, and then I go to one puzzle piece, and I select local, just like that, but if I select all of these, and I move it again, like that, and then is that different? Well, let me try again. That is different. So it is respective, I guess, to sort of how they all are looking. Yeah, because now they all look different, but I don't get how that works. But now I understand that global is always going to look the same no matter what you're looking at. And local means it is referencing something which I seem to not be able to understand yet. But I guess I will someday. Well, maybe we should try with the tree. So it is locally looking that way. This one is locally looking over there. Why are they all different? Who are you representing? Well, I guess I'll learn it eventually. Follow and help the growth of the Shouted Collective project by subscribing with notifications, liking, commenting, sharing, and joining the Discord. Okay, bye. I love you.